Butt.
Nice. We did
But also we're live.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I should stop talking about chicken butt then.
Oh, that's what people tune in for.
I don't want people to think
That's
that
what
I'm
the
weird.
people want to hear.
What the
They want to
people
hear
wanna
about
hear.
chicken butt.
Let me tell you about them chicken butts. Ugh.
Yeah. You can tell us about chicken butts?
Well, that's where the chicken poop comes out of. They're quite feathery.
Feathery.
A little bit of poop comes out when the chicken needs to defecate. Once it's eaten too much chicken feed.
Defecate.
Defecate.
Nice. All right.
As we say down on the farm.
Hello and welcome to episode number 897 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. I'm your host, Chris Johnson, and with me as always from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Yellow.
How's it going there, sir?
We're in the middle of a blizzard, so if I disappear,
Oh,
I'm going to pretend it's a power outage and not come back.
Oh, well,
I mean,
then.
sorry, I didn't mean to. It'll be a power outage.
It'll be a power outage. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
man.
And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
What's up, Doomwads? How you all
How's it
doing?
going?
How
Yeah.
dare you, sir?
Oh, what?
Calling us doomwads.
Well, I calls them like
Yeah.
I sees 'ems.
I see.
No polygons
How's everybody
here.
doing today?
I'm
You fine?
I'm
Can we knock
fine.
the
It was
door?
fine until someone fell down the stairs.
No, he fell up the stairs apparently,
Is that possible?
You're,
and I'm
you're a
not.
special little guy.
I'm not terribly convinced that he fell. I'm
Oh.
convinced he was just bounding up the stairs there.
Oh, that can happen.
Yeah,
The youngins.
he's
They do
excited to get back
bound.
to his Roblox. No doubt.
Do you impose limits on screen time there in that Theobald house?
That seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Yep, I agree.
It kind of is. Yeah.
But you know what? He's
what?
been out. He's been out running around the neighborhood all day playing with his crew.
Oh.
So
So that's good. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time for a little
he-
screen time.
he just got home a little bit ago. So
I see.
you know
Yeah.
you know what he did?
What's
As
that?
the kids say,
Hmm.
he touched grass.
I see.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
He touched
That's
grass.
what the kids say.
Ass, gas, or grass. Nobody rides for free at the Theobald household. Let me tell you that much. And Finn touched
Yeah.
grass today, so
Okay.
I don't
So
even
he-
know
How that
what
works.
to make of any of this.
that's how we run things here in the
Guess so.
Pacific Northwest. Let me tell you. Hey,
Yeah.
here's a Pacific Northwest story. This is probably not terribly exciting to some people, but it was
I'm
a new
intrigued.
experience for me.
I'm
Okay.
already not
yes.
excited.
Yes.
Last night, I got to listen to I say a bunch, two. But to me, that's a bunch when I'm
Hmm.
referring to owls. I got to hear
Oh.
owls have a conversation,
I didn't
Which
even
is
know
not
you
something-
speak owl.
which is not
Yeah.
something I've ever
Is it a
heard.
podcast? What
No.
what was it called? What was their
It
show
was,
called?
It was called, let me see. What's the name of a podcast that I make some sort of owl riff on?
Hoots Line Is It Anyway?
Ah,
That was a TV show.
that was great.
No, Hoots. Like
It's
an
not a-
owl says Hoots. Who?
It's not a podcast.
This-
Anyway,
this
we're
is
sitting at
gonna
our
be awesome.
house. It's late at night,
hmm
and we hear what sounds like a cartoon owl outside.
Hmm.
You know, just like ooh ooh. You know, like like an owl sounds. And I open up our patio
Your
door,
family's like, Phil, shut up.
and I'm like, no,
It's not me this time.
I can. And so I start hooting back to see if I can communicate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I opened up and heard an owl hoot, and then maybe about 15-20 seconds later, from it quieter further off in the distance,
Oh.
I hear the exact same call come back.
Oh.
And then about 15 seconds later, the one that's sounded very close to our house hoots back. And these two are having a conversation with each other.
Your child?
What's that?
Flew down and tried to pick up your child and fly away with it?
No. He was safely in the panic room.
Yeah.
Where
I have
I
another
send
name for the podcast.
all my
Hoot, there
family
it
when we learn of an animal.
Hoot, there it is. There you go.
CJ's just pushing
Hoot.
for it.
Hoot, there it is.
There it is. Good job.
Oh my god.
But I was excited
Hey
because
guys,
I've
pay
never
attention to me. Over here, pay attention to me.
Hoot.
I've never heard an owl like in person before. And I went on
Or
the
how about
internet.
how about this one? How about this one, Phil?
Let's hear it.
It's a hoot.
A hoot and a holler.
Hoot and a holler.
Now they
Yeah.
already used that in Stuntman.
We can it's a callback then.
It's a hootenanny. That's what it is.
So I went online on the internet and I typed owl calls because I wanted to see if I can determine what species of owl.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to a variety of owl calls. And it turns out it was very distinctive. It was a pair of great horned owls talking with each other about whatever it is owls talk about in the.
They were telling Link
night.
that the Great Deku Tree is right ahead.
So,
Or telling King Graham what happened to his castle.
oh, I get that reference. That's a Police Quest joke.
Yep.
Yep. But anyway,
Well, that's
that was my
owl
exciting
story.
animal story.
You guys, you think after 17 years, you guys wouldn't just talk over each other every 5 seconds?
Hoot hoot. It's a hoot
Otherwise,
hoot riot.
hard to get my
Riot.
humorous podcast titles into the show.
CJ.
Yeah. What?
It's a hoot hoot riot. Riot. Right?
I love it.
Remember that
Yeah.
song?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's about
Yeah.
owls.
It's not by the Squirrel Nut Zippers.
No.
Wait, was that the Squirrel Nut Zippers? No. think it
Owls
was.
eat squirrels, I think.
Oh, okay.
So that would not
That's
make
different.
sense.
That's completely different.
No.
All right.
Right?
I think Greg has decided after these many years.
I think that blizzard's going to show up real quick and knock out
Yeah,
Greg's
boy.
power.
Come on, power outage.
Yeah.
How much snow
yeah.
is coming down up there?
Enough. I don't know. I don't
In
know.
the Great White North.
Enough that I
Plenty.
don't want to go out and shovel again.
Well, then
And I didn't
don't.
even shovel the first time. So
You don't have to do that.
that's why I had
Yeah.
kids.
Exactly. Well,
Right.
Greg,
Yeah.
I know this has been high on your list of wants for Alan Wake 2. It turns out they just patched the
CJ.
game.
CJ,
And yes,
CJ.
yes, Phil? Yes.
more like owl in Wake. Hoot. Right?
That was pretty good. That was
Thank
pretty
you.
good. Yeah.
That could be
Was
the
it?
show title. Owl in Wake.
Alan Wake.
Hoot.
Hoot.
Instead of 2.
Well, anyway, there's a patch that allows you to turn down the jump scares, or yeah,
why would I do
you-
that?
You won't be frightened anymore.
But I thought the whole point was to be frightened.
Well, in case you don't want to be frightened, you can now turn them down.
Man, those jump scares are frightening.
Yeah.
If only there was
And
a way
I
to
know
turn
I
them
know they're
down.
happening. I know they're coming. And turning it down, I mean, it'll be less frequent, but it's still going to happen unless you can turn them
Yeah.
right off. And I feel
You know
like
what they
turning them
could
off
do?
would really ruin it. But
Is maybe have a really loud musical sting and just flash the words "jump scare coming" on the screen, and then you would be prepared.
very effective.
It says tune down. It does not say turn off.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I wouldn't want to turn them off. It's definitely part of the experience. But yeah, even when you know that they're going to be happening, it gets me every time.
What's a
Every
jump
time.
scare? That's what they're for.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, anyway, on a happier note,
Was that a sad
Celeste-
note? Tragically,
Well, it was a
Alan
scary
Wake 2
note.
received an
It was a
update this week.
Scary note.
Oh, okay.
The developers of Celeste made an N64 style platformer to celebrate the game's 6th anniversary. So you can download it via their itch.io page. Now it is free for PC players. A
PC.
64, a 3D platformer based on Celeste. So apparently the team decided to make this thing in a week. It only took them a week to make, and they just put it up for free on their itch page.
Oh, look at that.
So there you go. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like the idea of I guess this isn't really a demake because Celeste is sort of a pixel art platformer anyway, but it's in the style of N64 platformers.
But it is.
So I think it's pretty cool.
But it is a PC game. It's not like an
It's
N64
a PC game. No,
ROM.
it's not like a ROM that you can actually put on your N64. Wouldn't it be cool though if somebody
That would be
ported it to
that
the
really
N64?
would be.
That'd be fun.
You know,
Maybe somebody will
speaking
do that. Yeah.
Speaking of itch.io, I purchased a game off itch.io this week, and I haven't gotten around to playing it yet.
Okay.
But it is a GBA game that you can play because you actually get a GBA ROM. I mean, there's you can play it on your PC, obviously, but you do get a GBA ROM for it as well. And it is called, what is it? It is called Good Boy Galaxy. And
I've heard really good things about that game.
I have as well, which is why I picked it up. It was $20. And it's like a cute, it looks like a cute little kind of platformer shooter where you are you're a little outer space dog.
I like that.
Hopping around on alien planets, zapping monsters or some such nonsense. But it looks super cute, and yeah, like you said, I've heard very good things. So I have I invested
20
a
bones.
Jackson to try it out. Although they do also have, there's a demo that you can download for free, and actually the demo serves as like kind of a preamble to the main game. So it's not just like the first level.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like a little
it's like
little
a prologue.
introductory bit to the story. So
yeah, okay.
So you can check that out if you just want a taste of it and see what it's like. But yeah, Good Boy Galaxy. I'll probably be able to talk a little more knowledgeably about it next week, weather permitting.
I see. Okay. Well then, you'll remember the rumor, Phil, about Hi-Fi Rush coming to other platformers.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
I said platformers. I meant platforms.
Right, but who knows? Maybe it'll come to a different platformer.
Maybe. But yeah, the rumor is that Hi-Fi Rush is coming to Switch and PlayStation. Well, we have a data mine now.
Oh,
which show PlayStation and Switch specific T-shirts for the main character.
His name is Chai.
Chai, yes.
Because that is, you can get. They have like DLC purchases where you can get different outfits for Chai or your other friends as well.
Right.
But yes, so there are
there's shirts for
new shirts
very clearly for Switch and PlayStation.
Right.
There's an Xbox
I did see
one.
These.
There's an Xbox one that is green that says Shadow Dropped because on Xbox the game was Shadow Dropped. So
it was indeed.
It fits. And then the red shirt, which is, the red is the Nintendo Switch's color. It says Rock Out Anywhere.
Oh, because you can take your Switch.
Because you can take your Switch anywhere.
Anywhere. That's right.
And then there's a blue shirt that says I'm here, baby.
Because
like an answer to Greatness Awaits.
Because
Chai is there.
PlayStation's a system for babies.
No, it's a
Greatness baby Awaits system.
Greatness Awaits thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Don't you know?
I do now. But that's exciting news. Now there are
Yeah, that's
also
very exciting news. Yeah.
because I like I said I saw this news
Mhm.
because there's also a shirt that's very specifically a Steam reference
Right. Yes.
because it is on Steam.
Be
But
positive.
there's also an Epic Game Store shirt
There is. Yes.
as well. It's I mean it says something about
This is simply
this is
epic.
totally epic
This is
or
simply
some
epic.
such thing.
Yeah.
So that's
So
great.
hey, I think we can. There's more smoke coming from this rumor that Hi-Fi Rush is going to be on 2 new platforms. So get that wallet ready, Phil.
I will.
Yeah.
Will you actually play the game this time around?
I don't know.
He
That's
didn't
a
play
no.
it when it was free. Why would he
Yeah, I know.
pay
That's
for
true.
it?
I only play games when they're ported to PlayStation. I'm abstaining from Sea of Thieves now that the rumor is that it's coming to PlayStation. So no,
That does sound like you.
I'm kidding. No, I would not do such a thing.
Okay.
But System Wars, that's the thing.
Well, you know, maybe you can get the PS5 version and play it on your Portal.
There you go.
I could.
I know
Yeah,
you love your
Will it be
Portal.
free?
I do love the Portal. Yeah, I love it.
I'm guessing it won't.
Guessing
but-
it won't.
I'm
Okay.
guessing the game will not be free
No,
on PlayStation.
no.
But
It's going to be full price.
what? How much is that game? Is that 30 or
29?
40?
30.
It's 30. $30. I know you can afford $30, CJ.
I don't know.
I think you can.
Well, okay.
I think you can.
Well, maybe.
And
Probably not though.
maybe sell off one of the many monitors you have piled up behind you.
There's only one. It's an iMac.
Okay, well, sell that
Means
off.
it's
You're
not worth
clearly not
anything
using
now.
it.
Yeah, it's not worth anything.
Really.
Yeah.
How about that Brack doll that's right behind it there?
That's a cookie jar.
Oh, is that a cookie jar?
That is a cookie jar. Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
What do you
Is it
got
full of
boxed up
cookies?
back there, CJ?
What got boxed up? What do you mean?
There's a box behind you.
There's
It's
a
not
box.
It's a it's a framed picture that
Oh.
I got back from
right.
the
I should have guessed because it's on the floor.
framing place. Yeah. So you'll see what is in that
No, we won't.
that soon enough. Soon enough, you'll see. All right. So there was
2028.
also a Sony State of Play presentation last week where we didn't see Hi-Fi Rush or Sea of Thieves, but we did see some other games that might be worth chatting about.
There were definitely games.
There
Definitely games. So Sega is bringing back they're doing a remake of Sonic Generations, this time with Shadow the
Cross
Hedgehog
Shadow.
in there as well. So Sonic Cross Shadow Generations is
So yeah, I guess.
game.
I mean, I don't know. Is there more information about this? Because I just watched the presentation today, and I haven't gone to look about and see if there's any more information on this. But I mean, I'm trying to remember the original Sonic Generations. I don't know that there was a lot of. I don't know. I don't know if there was a lot of Sonic Adventure in that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't
So,
either, really.
There was
Yeah.
a decent amount.
Was
Yeah.
there?
There was some Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out, like, is this a new game or is it just like Sonic
No.
Generations with Shadow?
No, it is a remake of Sonic Generations expanded to include a campaign just for Shadow the
Okay.
Hedgehog.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So you have a brand new
Interesting.
Shadow story in addition to this being a remake.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Sonic Generations was great.
Yeah, it is pretty great. Yeah.
It was good.
I could take or leave Shadow, and I mean, I'll hopefully that's good. But he as a character wasn't anything special, and then they
Yeah.
made that
Oh my
stupid
goodness.
game where he was shooting things, and it's just like this is dumb.
Greg's you're
So
gonna get all the Sonic fans after you
I don't care.
saying you don't like Shadow.
Yeah. Well, this might be up your alley there, Phil. Stellar Blade.
Stellar
coming to
Blade.
PlayStation on April 26th. This it kind of looks
Is this
like a
the one that-
Bayonetta.
Is this the one?
looks like a
This is the one that
Bayonetta
looks
light.
like sci-fi Bayonetta, right?
Sci-Fi Bayonetta, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Did you see the trailer for this? You're interested in this?
Well, I watched the state of play,
Yeah.
and I correctly identified what the game was.
You did, yeah.
So yes,
Well, you normally don't watch presentations.
Remember last week when Phil
Um,
wasn't here?
I'm
it
surprised.
was nice, wasn't it?
I'm surprised that you watched it,
You know what?
but
I did.
Rollerblade.
I did watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you think of the sci-fi futuristic Bayonetta like game?
I don't know.
So
I didn't
good.
see the trailer for it.
Oh, okay.
No, it looks good. It looks like it could be good. It looks promising.
It does. Yeah.
I'm putting it on the keep
Maybe?
an eye on this one list.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
My youngest was in the room while I was watching that direct, and
You mean
she
State of
kept
Play?
saying
It's a
whatever.
state of play.
All she kept saying was how stupid she thought those outfits looked. Why would you
Welcome
wear something like
to
that? I don't know.
Anime style
Yeah.
game outfits. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. We also got to look at Ken Levine's latest game,
BioShock
Judas.
in space.
Not
BioShock
Bioshock.
in space.
BioShock in space.
It really
there.
does look like BioShock, doesn't it?
Oh my
Boy,
god,
it does.
is it ever? And that's
Yeah.
fine. Bring it on. I will play this.
I mean, I'll play it, but I hope it. God, Infinite really just left a real bad taste.
Wasn't good.
So,
Yeah, sure. Infinite left a bad taste, but I don't know. One bad game doesn't. You know, there've been 3 BioShocks, and I really enjoyed 2 of them, so I'm okay.
yeah,
I'm
right.
willing to give Judas a try. I think it looks great.
I'm still curious to see what that BioShock game coming from that studio Sean Elliott's at is going to hit, because they're working on that, right?
Oh, are they?
I forget the name of that studio. Something about
Mm.
clouds, but yeah, they've been working on that for a long time, like 10 years or something.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah. Anyway, BioShock in space looks great. I'm excited to try.
it does. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Let's hope.
We got an Until Dawn enhanced version / remaster thing.
So is
coming
Until
out. Now,
Dawn just Saw? Is that all that game is? Or I never played it.
No,
Okay, because that boy did that
no,
trailer
it's like
look
an amalgam
Saw
of
at one point.
various sort of teen horror.
Okay.
Of which
movies
Saw
plus-
is one.
plus Saw, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
I've never
no,
seen Saw either, but it just that's all that trailer was reminding me of.
Me neither. I've never seen Saw, but I did play Until Dawn, and I really enjoyed that game a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned, like they showed brief flashes of characters on the screen, but they showed the main character, who is played by Hayden Panettiere.
Recognize that
Christian.
name.
Christensen.
It's one of those. But it seems like they didn't like really remaster it to make the model look more like the actress. It looks more stylized, like they're trying to make her look like a game character instead.
Wonder if it was easier to use the not necessarily, maybe not the old models, and just use a shader and stylize it than to rebuild it from the ground up.
Maybe, but and then also the sort of clown looking
Yeah,
killer
the guy from Saw.
game. Like it doesn't really it didn't really look like that in my memory. I don't know. Again, that might just be a stylized version of that. Like, and I don't know that I like that. I liked the experience of Until Dawn using real actors, because Rami Malek's in Until Dawn as well.
You keep
And there
naming
are
actors I don't know.
other real actors in there too. So yeah, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
It's the
And
best kind of optimistic.
any more praise that Until Dawn gets is good in my book, because I really like that game. I really liked it a lot. It's fun. And it's on like deep discount on various PlayStation sales, so you can get it for a song. It's also on PlayStation Game Catalog as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It is, yeah. So we got a Dave the Diver announcement for PlayStation. That's coming in April, and then they tacked on to that the announcement that there's Godzilla DLC coming in May.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And now Phil is going to be playing Dave the Diver.
I got to play Dave the Diver now.
Yeah.
You talked me into it.
What is Dave the like? How does that play? Is it like a Metroidvania style game or what? It kind of looked like
not
it. I don't know
really.
anything about that game.
Not really. It's sort of it's a side-scrolling diving game where you are hunting various fish to then cook and serve. Well, not you, but you own this sushi bar, and you are bringing these fish back for your chef to cook and serve them to customers. So there's kind of a diner dash.
Seems like an
mini
inefficient
game.
way to stock a sushi restaurant, but
Yeah.
And there's you are the person who is diving to get the fish to be made into delicious meals for your customers, and then various other things open up.
Godzilla?
There's side quests in the game. There's like a farming mini game. There's a bunch of other mini games in there, and you discover like a lost civilization while you're doing this stuff as well. So there's like a whole
there's a plot
adventure. There's a plot to it. Yeah,
there's a mysterious plot.
That's right. And you're collecting cards for all of the fish that look very much like Pokemon cards. So yeah, it's a really fun
Pal
game.
World crossover.
It is. Yeah, they look very much like pals. Yeah. So no, it's really good. I think Phil, I think you'll enjoy it, and I think Greg, you would enjoy it too. It's fun.
Well, I'll give it a go for sure.
Yeah. And of course, there's some Kojima stuff announced in there as well.
Man, speaking of Kojima stuff, holy crap!
Are you talking now? Are you talking about Death Stranding 2 on the beach?
Sure, let's
or are
start
you talking
there.
about Fizzent?
Let's start there with Death Stranding 2. What the hell is happening? Like, it's even more bizarre than Death Stranding.
Somehow, yes. Like that one character that has the like little hands.
Yeah, what was that about?
Point, like a mask, and then other like making expressions.
And now we have the little marionette that's animated at a really low frame rate. And was he in the previous game?
I don't think so. You mean Alan Wake? Isn't that the actor from Alan Wake?
I don't know. Is it?
I think so. I heard somebody say that. I don't know. I don't know if it's true.
Okay. Anyway, it's just like it's just so bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear that he's doing
I heard this on another podcast, and I agree with the sentiment that Kojima needs an editor.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by too many people that tell him yes, when he should have somebody there to like restrain a little bit.
Well, I know there are people who love Death Stranding, so you know
there are people who love Death Stranding. Yeah.
But it's out there. I don't know. There's such a Kojima trailer in general. I think it ended like 6 times. But yeah. And then the tactical espionage announcement, that was the same thing that they were showing the head models of at the Game Awards, right? I assume.
No.
Oh.
No, that was OD, wasn't it? At the Game Awards, Kojima was there announcing Microsoft stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
A project called OD.
Right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, great to hear that he's doing a tactical espionage thing, but I don't know. It felt like it's been announced way too early. That was like my main takeaway there, because he said, pre-production is happening, but that Kojima Studios will be shifting focus to that once Death Stranding 2 is done. Death Stranding 2 is not. Death Stranding 2 is not going to go to 2025. So I mean, like, are we talking like something like, we talking a 2027 release, a 2028 release? Like what?
Sure.
So it's like, it's exciting, I guess, but it's probably so far away that I can't.
I don't know. I think we'll blink and it'll be 2028.
Yeah, you're not
At this
wrong.
point, time is speeding up.
Especially since I don't plan on
So
playing Death Stranding 2, so time won't slow down for that anyway. But
there you go. Have you ever played Death Stranding at all?
yeah, I tried
Tried
it.
it?
I
One
tried
time?
to
Did
play
you
it.
really?
It was just
I
too
tried it too.
it's just too weird. I when you got past the Kojima weirdness, even if you find that really entertaining, which I found less and less entertaining as the years go on.
I'm so over Kojima's bullshit at this point.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
can't be bothered with it.
but I didn't like the gameplay. Once I was out in
Really?
the world, I was like, I'm not enjoying this at all. So
Well, you
Yeah.
don't like running
I put it
around
down
and
pretty fast.
tapping the trigger buttons to stay balanced?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It just didn't do anything for me. But like I said, I know people who loved it. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
good for
Plenty of
them.
people loved it.
I'm sure they'll love this sequel.
Yes. And then we have Foam Stars coming out
Well,
on Tuesday.
You skipped over Silent Hill completely.
Oh, we can talk about it. I don't have anything to talk about regarding Silent Hill. Do you?
What? They released a free game.
Yeah, they did. Did you play it?
No.
the short message?
I only found out about it today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, they
But
did
no,
put out
a short
a free
message.
game.
Yeah. So and then they also announced the Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean, come on, that's like isn't that the highest
Okay,
the
Greg,
most
then tell us
revered
about it.
Silent Hill 2? I don't
Tell
know
us
anything
about it.
about it. But it's exciting that
You
it's
say it's so
happening.
important. We should mention it on the show. You
I mean, it's
definitely
not
have
so
some
exciting
opinions
that
on it.
you would actually know anything about it, but
No, I played Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
20 years ago, whenever it came out. I didn't play through it, but because I was trying to play everything back then, which meant I wasn't finishing anything. But
you know,
Silent Hill 2 was fantastic. It was amazing. It was such a cool game. It's one of the first times I remember a game's atmosphere being so important and being done so well. Like I can still remember, because I was stupid enough that I think the first time I turned that game on was in the middle of the night, and it was when I was living in Elmhurst alone, and it was dark, and I'm running through there, and I had a good sound system, and like the very beginning of that game, I think you start off in like a parking lot, and then the first thing you do is run through this long path in the forest, and the sound design was insane, and it would freak me the hell out. Like I was hearing things, I had to stop on the path like 10 times because I was sure something was following me in the game. And it's like, the audio in that was just doing an amazing job. So that was like the first impression of that I got from that game. But I mean, the more I played it, it's a fantastic game. It was so good. So I'm not surprised that if they're going to start doing Silent Hill remakes, which it sounds, there's a rumor going around now that they're going to be doing all of them, or at least a lot of them. But it doesn't surprise me that they're starting with 2. And obviously you want to jump on that, sort of Resident Evil remake bandwagon as well. But that and a new Silent Hill experience for free. That's awesome. I will play it. Like I said, I only found out about it today. So, I'll be anyway. I don't know. I thought it was really exciting. I thought it was actually one of the bigger moments. I mean, you can talk about
for sure
whatever that Squid Game knockoff is.
Foam Stars.
Yes, all you want.
Squid Game?
No.
Well, there's squids. The
You
kids
mean
are squids.
Splatoon?
Yeah, that's it.
Because Squid Game is something different.
The Squid Game is something different, and there is a new one of those coming out.
Why are they making season 2 of that?
I don't know. I never watched season 1.
Oh, didn't you? That was quite good.
Yeah,
but I don't understand why they're doing a season 2.
Because there's money to be made.
Money.
Well, fair.
Because money.
I don't understand artistically why they're doing a season 2.
Also money. Can you understand why they're going to make a Last of Us Part 3? The answer is money.
Always money.
Hoot. All right.
Exactly.
I guess let's get into what we've been playing. Phil,
Yes.
You should have a lot of things on your list because you weren't here last week. So you tell us all about the things what you have been playing.
Well, I
I
guess.
love that we didn't talk about Foam Stars at all, but let's go.
No,
Does anyone
it's
care?
out this week.
No,
and
I
I'll
don't
be
care.
playing it, but
No.
that's it. I'll also be playing Skull and Bones next weekend.
Sure, you will. I still
Free
expect
beta,
that
free
to be.
beta.
I still expect
It's a
that to
beta.
be delayed.
It's not going to be delayed this time.
Ooh. CJ's got the insider scoop.
It'll be
It won't be delayed
shockingly
this time.
unfinished.
I don't think so. It's
Oh
so
my.
long to finish it at this point.
Did you? By the way, did you jump on Suicide Squad and get your game completion certificate?
I didn't. Let's take a detour here. Talk about Suicide
Okay.
Squad for a minute.
Well, that's good because
Suicide
that actually
Squad-
ties into what I've been playing, which has been mostly Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad is like, I feel like that game has become a whipping boy
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
for anything. Regardless of the game's quality, like any misstep that happens with that game, it's reported like it's the biggest problem in the world. This story about the game completion thing, it
Was hilarious.
well, okay, yeah, it's hilarious. You're right. But it was only up for an hour and they took down the servers for maintenance. It was only up for an hour in New Zealand only.
Oh,
And
so
really?
New Zealand doesn't matter? Is that
What
the
is
thing?
what is New Zealand? Is that even a real place?
That sounds like a
Before
made
they
up
took
name.
it down to fix the problem, which they fixed, and then I kept seeing stories about how the game was giving you game completion like all day that day when they had already fixed it. They already fixed that issue. And yeah, nobody in North America or Europe or anywhere out of
Any of those places that matter.
New Zealand
I get it. I get it, CJ.
was affected, but everybody got they gave away some free currency to
Oh, well,
everybody.
that's good.
To everybody
good.
who bought
Oh, that was
$100
downtime. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
well, the early access was for people who bought the $100 edition. So you would think that yes, they would give some soft currency or premium currency to those people. So that's what they did. They did that, and that wasn't really reported on very much because it's much funnier to watch WB Games have a problem than try to fix the issue, right? Anyway,
No, I just thought it was hilarious. I guess the thing for me is that because of what you said, where it's been
1
had such
week
a hard
since you-
time in the press, and that was good. You were going for a bare naked ladies joke there.
I was.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a joke. It was more of a reference.
Yeah. Anyway, just that right out of the gate they would stumble like that. That's all. It was just like you couldn't.
Yeah.
If there's any game that needed to not stumble at launch, it was Suicide Squad. What I will say though is that there's been another thing going around about I guess spoilers, but I think this happens right at the beginning of the game. Because I mean the whole premise of the game is that they have to kill, it's called Kill the Justice League, but
That's the title.
to save the world they need to kill the Justice League. And my understanding is that part of it is that Batman actually sacrifices himself.
Right.
And of course that was Kevin Conroy's final performance as Batman.
people assumed
Really?
people assumed that it was.
Yeah, apparently he's going to actually appear again posthumously, however you say that word.
Yes.
In an animation. But as far as we knew, this was going to be his final voice work for Batman, at least in the video game form. And so there's been this whole thing going around about his death scene that people seeming to be really unhappy about. Although when I watched it seemed very Batman to me. But anyway, I guess there's been a lot of Kevin Conroy would have hated this, blah 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 blah, which I think is really gross that people are kind of.
The man recorded it, right?
Did it. Yeah, he recorded it. But it's it's really gross to sort of say this is what the guy's dead. Right. You don't know what he would have been happy with or unhappy with. And I mean, he did record it clearly. And there was another actress, I can't forget her name, who came out and said basically that it's like, we know what he felt about it. He told us what he felt about it. This is gross that you're invoking his name like this. So, but anyway, I mean, games, again, game's not for me, but I just, that was kind of one of those, oh my God, the internet kind of situations where it's like, guys, I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I would imagine, would not have done it had he not thought it was suitable to the character.
Right. Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Everyone is just
and the internet was a mistake.
It's an easy target.
Yeah.
That
easy target.
That the Suicide Squad movie was trash. The first one. So it's, everyone's like, oh well, this must be too.
Yeah.
The second movie was good, and it was well received.
Well, the second movie was great. James Gunn makes good movies. Turns out. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was after that IGN negative preview that came out, Rocksteady and Warner Brothers were like, okay, well, we'll just let everybody who played the beta in November talk about it and share their impressions, because there will definitely be some positive ones from that, right? Then there were also some negative impressions from that.
Of course.
So, yeah. And they didn't send people review codes, which, we talked about that. If there's the anticipation that the game is going to get a negative review, why would they send you a code?
Right. They're aware. They are aware of the discourse.
Yeah, they're aware of it.
So,
and they don't want to fan those flames. They'd rather, give the code to somebody who would maybe receive it well, like an influencer or a Twitch streamer. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get back to what we've been playing. Phil, you said you've been playing a lot of Suicide Squad. Let's talk about it.
It's great. I have been playing as Slipknot, the master of knots and climbing. I've been playing.
No,
I've been playing it. It's a live service game. I don't get into live service games. It may be fine. I don't know. But you know what? I honestly have not been playing that much this week. I've been very busy at work. Been very busy at work this week. So I haven't been playing too much new. Although I did pick up Tekken 8, which I know you guys don't care about.
It's a fighting series, right?
This is it's a fighting game, series of video games,
right?
Yeah, where you use punches and kicks and special move techniques to defeat your opponent. And it's pretty exciting stuff. It's actually the series has been around for a while.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware. Yeah, this is actually the 8th one.
Oh, that's what the 8 is for in the title.
Right. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if you don't count there's some spin-offs and things, but yes.
I was going to say, did Tekken Tag Tournament fit into the 8 or
no.
Okay.
It is not a numbered,
and that is the extent of my Tekken knowledge.
There was also
I've exhausted it.
Death by Degrees, which was
Death by Degrees.
That was like a brawler.
Yeah.
You played as Nina Williams, one of the Tekken fighters. But I know you guys don't care about fighting games, and I am about as casual of a fighting game player as you can get. But I've always enjoyed the Tekken games.
Virtual Fighter knockoff. You can say it.
I've always enjoyed this because it's like Virtual Fighter but fun. Wow. Imagine if they made the Virtual Fighter games not feel like you're fighting underwater, and sometimes you had to punch a bear. Yeah, that's right. So I've been playing a fair bit of Tekken 8 and have been enjoying it quite a bit. It was amusing, and again, just kind of speaks to how casual of a fighting game fan I am. I was on the Resetera website, that gaming forum, a few days ago, and I saw there was which one?
NeoGaf.
No.
Okay.
No. No. But I saw there was a thread about it was something about like what are the worst things that have happened to fighting games, in recent generations.
I can only imagine what the comments were in that.
And it turned out that thread was old, and
okay.
people had just been talking about it for a year or two. But I was like, oh, I wonder what fighting game people hate about fighting games these days. So I went into the thread, and a lot of it at the beginning was just people complaining about the story modes. Like they hated the kind of cinematic story modes that like you've seen in like the recent Mortal Kombat games and stuff like that. And yeah, apparently the hardcore fighting game fans, at least on that particular website, really dislike those. Which, those are the main reasons I play.
The only fighting games I've played in years have been the Mortal Kombats because of the story modes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yes.
But I get that I'm not a big fighting game guy, so
right.
Not the core audience.
And Tekken 8 has a story mode, and I've been playing it, and it's fantastic, and I love it. And it's stupid, and it's all like Dragon Ball level nonsense, where just people show up and start posturing and throwing special moves around, and then it cuts into the fighting scene, and you beat up a dude for a bit, and it's great. So I'm enjoying that quite a bit. It also has, I thought this was amusing. It has a they call it Arcade Quest, and it's sort of an extended tutorial type thing where you play as, you don't play as one of the Tekken characters. You play as what essentially looks like it looks like one of the old Xbox avatars. Like you make your own little custom Xbox avatar, and you're dumped into like an arcade that is populated with other little NPCs, and you go around and you talk to them, and it's like apparently it's a couple hours, but you talk to people and they teach you how to play the game, and they teach you, some of the specifics of moves and combos and things like that. And then you compete in tournaments, and you earn little prizes that you can use to customize your characters, and you earn money to buy the custom parts and such. And then, as you move up the ranks, you travel around to different arcades and things like that. And it's just a stupid, cute little kind of mini mode expanded tutorial.
That sounds
like, which I thought was kind of cute and kind of clever. And it does have kind of the vibes of, I talked about the Street Fighter 6 as that like knockoff Yakuza Like a Dragon mode in it.
Oh, is that what that mode is?
It feels like kind of a response to that. It feels like maybe Namco was working on Tekken 8 and saw that mode in Street Fighter and was like, "Oh, we should maybe do something like that. What can we whip together real quick?" But it's cute. It's a cute little harmless mode. So I just thought it was amusing. But yeah, it's Tekken. It plays like Tekken. So, like I said, you guys don't care, but I enjoy a few rounds of Tekken.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. I am. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I've always dug Tekken from back in the old PS1 days.
Tekken's always been really good.
I enjoyed Tekken's 1 through 3.
Yeah, they were never my kind of fighting games, but they were always really high quality.
Yeah,
I always recognized that they were great. They just weren't for me.
No, that's okay. That's fair. Fair enough. Also played a little more Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. It's a new
good video game.
Explore 'em up from the video game masters at Ubisoft. So, I still like I said, I've been kind of busy this week at work, so I've kind of drifted off that. I haven't played it in a few days. I got to get back into the swing of things. But I did get me that double jump.
Oh,
that's a sweet moment.
Oh man. It's like you're drowning and you come up for air, and that first gasp of oxygen filling your lungs and just breathing life into you, and you feel the world anew.
Yeah.
You can jump up on higher platforms now.
Now you can jump higher.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
That's such a weird way to explain that. I don't know why, but it just
It's
is.
true though.
It's a lot of fun.
True though.
It's a lot of fun. I will say this though, we were talking about how that game has the kind of the accessibility feature where you can sort of tune down the platforming elements.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
Uh-oh.
But
you're tempted?
By the time I get a little closer to the end of the game, boy, oh boy, that map is huge, by the way. Holy crap.
It is, right?
It is gigantic. And I don't know how much more you've played, CJ, but I've opened up a fair amount.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I see.
But
I do have the little feature on that gives you icons for when previously blocked entryways are now passable by a power you have.
Oh, is that a thing you can turn on?
Yeah, you can turn that on. So then it'll show you like a red door where those things are. And when you get the power that lets you pass that, it turns green.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can go back there and do it. It stays green until you've gone back there and explored.
I need to go in and fiddle around with those accessibility features because
there's some nice features.
It really seems like it. Yeah. My goodness. And yeah, I will say that sometimes you will get into and in the game's defense, it seems like, at least what I have encountered so far, that whenever you get into like a chamber that has a really complicated or very difficult platforming sequence, it's usually for some sort of kind of optional item.
Yeah. God, I hope so, because I am not going to be down with that at all.
But boy, oh boy, some of those challenges are rough. And there were a couple the other day when I was playing where I was just like, you know what? I can't do this right now. I cannot invite this type of stress into my life. So I just left and was like, whatever that little item, whatever gems that I can
come back later,
break into currency. Yeah, I was just like, I don't need that right now. So
yeah.
Will I flip the switch to toggle easier platforming? Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why it's in there. Especially with all those, like you were saying, CJ, all those accessibility features. So that's pretty good. But yeah, that's a really good game. The other thing, it was good.
Yeah,
it turns out. Last thing I really played is speaking of Godzilla crossovers, because Toho will do anything except make a new Godzilla game, but they will absolutely license Godzilla out to whatever game asks for it, apparently. There's a Minecraft add-on.
Nice.
There's a Godzilla Minecraft mod that came out a couple days ago.
What does a Godzilla Minecraft mod do? Like what? Can you turn it on and have Godzilla attack your town or something? Is that a thing? Like I'm trying to think of what gameplay does this add that would be good in Minecraft. Maybe it's just that I don't know Minecraft enough.
CJ, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
If only we had a podcast where we could talk about it.
Let's convene at this time next week at 5:30 specific time, and we can go over. That'll give me some time to prepare some notes. I'll get a PowerPoint presentation put together for you.
Wow.
Oh, please do. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be really nice.
Okay.
So Minecraft, and I've talked about some of these on the show some time ago. So Minecraft, you know Minecraft. You're familiar with Minecraft.
Yes.
You mine things.
It's like Lego Fortnite.
You build stuff. It's kind of like Lego Fortnite, except it doesn't look as pretty. Doesn't have Lego in it. Although Lego does have Minecraft in it, so explain that to me.
Oh.
And actually, that's not true because there was a Lego character skin years ago that you could get in Minecraft.
Oh, really? Huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But so a lot of times you can get like different skins and things like that for your Minecraft exploring. But in recent years, they have also been doing these sort of like gameplay experiences, and it's very similar to what Fortnite is doing now, where Fortnite is kind of the sort of structure that they build these different gameplay experiences around.
Okay.
Your music game or your little Lego survival game, that type of thing. You may remember me talking a while ago about the Pac-Man Minecraft thing, which was like kind of like a separate game mode that sort of starts up where you're in like a 3D. Oh, I'm sorry, microphone.
Wow.
I didn't mean to punch you. Oh my goodness. Where you're in a little 3D Pac-Man maze made of Minecraft blocks running around.
Yeah.
So this is the Godzilla Minecraft is a sort of separate adventure that you begin. And when it starts up, you are placed in a movie theater. Again, built up a lot of like Minecraft bricks and everything. And it's all skinned to look like a movie theater.
Okay.
And you inside the theater, there are, ticket booths, and there are 4 cinemas that you can go in. There's even a little shop and a little museum. And in each of the 4 theaters, there are different gameplay experiences. One of which is sort of themed after the original Godzilla movie. 1954, I want to say. One of which is sort of themed on like kind of the early Showa era Godzilla movies, the more kind of like kid-centric ones where it's about just big monster battles. There's one that's based specifically on Shin Godzilla from a few years ago. And then there is one based on the upcoming Godzilla Cross Kong movie. And each one you go into, there is a separate gameplay experience. So if you go into the original Godzilla movie, you are a human running around in a destroyed city. And you can see Godzilla off in the background kind of looming. And you're trying to basically maneuver your way through this wreckage of a city, solving simple little puzzles along the way.
Now, is it
avoiding... What's that?
Is it in black and white?
It is not, unfortunately. Which seems
man.
weird. Speaking of, by the way, I went and saw that Godzilla -1 - Color a few days ago. So good. I mean, it's a good movie to begin with, but being in black and white, it hits a lot harder. It feels more kind of like a period piece. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, and Godzilla's looming in the background, breathing atomic breath on you, so you're dodging that and stuff like that. So you're just trying to escape. Okay. The Shin Godzilla part is involves Godzilla moving through the city. He's going through city streets.
Are you playing as
over
Godzilla?
Buildings. What's that?
Are you playing as Godzilla in that?
No, you are a human again.
Okay.
You are a human again.
Excuse me.
But in the Shin Godzilla mode, what you're doing is you are collecting like steel beams and things like that to basically build fences to sort of slow Godzilla down as he's rampaging through the city and hopefully getting his health down.
Okay.
So it's more kind of like a tower defense is not really accurate, but you're more defending the city than trying to escape from it.
Okay.
The little Showa era one, this is what you're talking about, CJ, where you are Godzilla. Yes. And you are fighting against you're in. I mean, it looks kind of like a King of the Monsters type thing because you're in a big city, and there are other Godzilla monsters facing you, and you battle them. You have your tail swing and your atomic breath, and it's like a little kind of simplistic brawler, and it's pretty neat because there's a lot.
Wow, you're really in that microphone.
I'm gesticulating too much
Yeah,
because I'm clearly excited.
yeah.
But yeah, there's you have like monster battles against a lot of the classic
cool.
monsters from the old movies.
Yeah,
which is pretty rad. And you have a computer controlled assistant who joins you in the fights. You get to fight alongside Jet Jaguar, which is great.
All right.
Yeah. And then the final mode I haven't played yet. But that's the King Kong Godzilla one. So I'm not sure exactly what you do in that mode. So I got to play that at some point.
Now this is DLC that you paid for. It's not just a promotional.
It is paid DLC. It was like $8, I think.
Sure.
So, and then what you do is when you complete each of these modes, you earn coins.
Yeah.
And you take those coins out into the theater shop, and there's a little gacha machine in there, and you spend your coins, and it unlocks like the little Minecraft like 3D models of characters and things like that you can go view in the museum.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a cute little mode.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah, I've been playing that.
I see.
But that's it. Really?
Okay. All right. Well,
next?
I'm next. I'll go next.
Good.
I'm surprised you haven't been playing this, Phil, because Nintendo dropped a demo of Mario versus Donkey Kong on the eShop.
Well, I haven't been playing that because I'm going to buy it anyway. Well, I know I'm going to buy it.
I figured that you would anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I played through the demo, which is like 4 stages.
Okay.
So not very long, but it's kind of introduces the puzzle mechanics to you.
How is it?
Familiar with those? So yeah, you have the sort of construction site scene that you need to traverse and pick things up and smash the shy guys that are sitting around there and collect presents. Those are your little bonus items and get to the exit. It's good.
Good. So is this
the original GBA game?
Is this more
DK94? Plenty of that.
Well, this is what I'm wondering. So this game is closer in spirit to like Donkey Kong 94 than it is to like the Mario in the minis, right?
The minis. Yeah, there is one level that is that features the minis.
Okay.
More heavily. You have to
kind of like Lemon style
to the exit. Yeah, it's a maze where you're guiding them to the exit. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool. And I ended up pre-ordering the game because I was gonna pre-order it anyway. Demo or not.
Right.
But now I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about it. Now that we have this. So I enjoy the puzzle platforming gameplay in this game. And like I said, I had it for GBA. I don't think I played much of it though.
Okay.
So I am excited to check it out.
Good.
Then I also played demo that hit Steam for Steam Next Fest. I think starts tomorrow. Okay. And it goes for a week, but there are some
tomorrow as we record.
Tomorrow as we record.
If you're not watching live.
I'm sorry. It'll be going on. Steam Next Fest will be going on by the time this episode gets out there.
Okay.
And during Steam Next Fest, developers upload demos of games that are coming out within the next 6 months, basically.
Okay.
6 months or so. And one of those games that got an early demo, because some of those Steam Next Fest demos get uploaded before Next Fest actually starts, is Devolver Digital's Pepper Grinder. Pepper Grinder.
Oh,
which is a much anticipated game by me. I forget where we saw Pepper Grinder first, which showcase it was at. but
This
it
is that
is
kind of
very
like
much like a
drill dozer-ish thing.
drill dozer-ish platformer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like a pretty meaty demo as well.
Ooh.
I only
Is it
played 3
It's
stages
just on Steam?
just on Steam. Yeah.
Okay.
I downloaded it on my Steam Deck and
Yeah.
played a little bit of it. It's great. It's really, really good. The analog control of your drilling is nice.
Yeah.
You drill into this sort of sand area that has like a sand texture, and you drill through and collect these gems. And there's a lot of little areas where you have to do loop-de-loops, and you can do like these cool dives out of the sand, and it's super fun.
I
Yeah.
just downloaded the demo.
It's super good.
It's like 200 megs. It's super tiny.
It's a tiny demo, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be good. I don't think I need to play any more of the demo because I know I'm gonna buy it.
Excellent.
I think it was on a Switch. Wasn't it on like an indie direct?
It was, yeah, it
I
had to
think
have
it was
been.
part of an indie direct.
Yeah.
But it is coming to PC and Switch. I'll probably buy it on Switch
Yeah.
first. But yeah, so download Pepper Grinder, and also keep a watch on Steam Next Fest because there are going to be a lot of really cool demos out in the next
Okay.
week or so. And some of those end up being very limited demos, like they're only available for that week. Others, other developers sometimes keep them live longer, but Steam Next Fest is always great. I love it. I end up downloading a lot and kind of sampling some games that that look good. End up putting a lot on my wish list or waiting for them to eventually come to console.
Okay.
I also played a bunch of Brotato. Brotato. This is on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
So when Vampire Survivors got really popular, of course, there were a lot of knockoffs that came out soon after, kind of fast follows there. And Brotato is one of those that came out pretty closely after the original Vampire Survivors. At least that's when I heard people talking about it. And it's quite similar. It is a sort of survivor-like game, but the arenas that you're in are limited. So it's more like a Geometry Wars sized arena that you're in. And you are still very much like Vampire Survivors, avoiding enemies while shooting them in the process. And instead of, you can level up, but Vampire Survivors, when you level up, you get a choice of things like power weapons. In Brotato, you have to wait until you complete a wave of enemies, and I think it's like a minute and a half you have to survive. It might be longer, but so every minute and a half you have a sort of, you can take a breather and select upgrades for your weapons and new abilities. You spend the it's not coins, but it's like a green crystal. You get those for killing enemies. You spend that to get upgrades. And you can respec your weapons as well, so it's a little bit different. You can have up to 6 weapons, I think, and your one character is holding 6 guns in the next stage.
Sweet.
As they move around. So it's actually pretty cool. It's like $5 on most platforms, but it is a Game Pass game as well, so you can play it for free if you have Game Pass. I would highly recommend it. If you enjoyed Vampire Survivors at all, try out Brotato. It is good fun. I think you'll enjoy it. Or even if you didn't like Vampire Survivors, you might like Brotato. And the last thing I played, it's an Apple Arcade game called BioXo Arena Suit Team.
One more time.
BioXo Arena Suit Team.
Okay.
AKA Beast.
Okay.
And it is
they really worked backwards from that acronym, didn't they?
Oh boy,
they really did. I think they wanted to call it Beast, and then
I'm sure
a lot of words that don't really go together very well.
I'm sure it just came out that way. It's cool
in that order.
That's right. And this is a third-person shooter, like it's an arena shooter game. Maybe a hero shooter, but it's sort of like a cartoony, sort of all ages arena shooter. And on the phone, it automatically shoots for you if there are any enemies in your crosshair area. So actually, I found that using touch controls is actually pretty intuitive because the game shoots for you. So you don't really have to worry about that. And it's pretty easy to aim. If you want to use an analog controller, you can. You can hook up a controller and play it, or you can play it on your Apple TV with a controller as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like a live. It feels like a live service game, but it's not. It's an Apple Arcade game, so there's no microtransactions or anything like that. But they do have like a season pass sort of thing where you're leveling up the season pass and unlocking new skins and cosmetics for the characters and new fighters that you can use that have different weapons and things. But it's actually like really fun. It's a 3-on-3 arena shooter. The main mode is team deathmatch, but as you progress, you unlock a free-for-all deathmatch, and then there's a gameplay mode called Crystal Hunt as well, which is 3-on-3, and you have to locate the crystals, collect them, and then hold on to 15 of them for like 10 seconds. There's also a payload game mode, but I've not unlocked that yet. But it's pretty cool. It's like it's a cartoony shooter, and I'm sure I am mowing down children that I'm playing against because I'm
in the
winning
game.
a lot.
Okay.
Oh,
winning
is not clear.
Oh,
I'm winning a lot. I'm sure the people on the other end of on the other team that I'm defeating are either kids or bots, but it's still pretty fun.
You're like Andy Barron bragging about winning at laser tag against a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Or Kramer and
yeah,
karate.
but they were Canadian. They played dirty.
But yeah, Beast. It just came out on Apple Arcade like February 1st. So
Wow.
It's new and it's actually quite good. The developers did another third-person shooter for iPhone called Frag. That was actually really fun too. I think that came out on Android as well, but this one is Apple/iOS exclusive for the time being, and it's Beast. You have these little 4-minute games, and it's kind of perfect for a mobile game. So, kind of happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's basically all I've been playing. Gearing up for Skull and Bones next weekend.
Jesus.
Like I said,
the culmination of 10 years of waiting.
Yeah. All right, Greg. What have you been playing?
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I just thought I'd make you aware because it's pretty big news. While we were listening to CJ prattle on about whatever he was playing,
right?
Taylor Swift announced a new album.
What? A new one?
I found out via the all caps texts from my daughter. She's very excited.
Oh, good.
It's not like a Taylor's version of an older Taylor Swift album. It's a new album.
A whole new.
In April. It's April 19th. Mark your
my
calendars.
Goodness.
I'm
Taylor
marking
Swift's
them.
pretty great.
Do we have a title yet?
Yeah, we do. It's called the Tortured Poets Department.
That's the new Taylor Swift album?
Apparently.
Did you say tailored?
I may have.
Tailored Swift.
I may have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's how I felt.
Good for Taylor
That's
Swift.
a different thing. You took your Ghostbusters costume to the mall and said you wanted it tailored Swift.
Ah.
I didn't get it tailored at the mall. It was at it was at a downtown
I don't
tailor
know
shop.
if any of your, significant others or children are Taylor Swift fans. I just thought I'd mention it because 2 of my offspring are quite big Taylor Swift fans, and it's a thing.
Yeah.
What was I
Good
talking
for
about?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I hope.
What is the artistic drive behind this new album?
Money?
Is it money? I don't think she's going to give that album away for free. I think she might be doing it for
tag on
cash.
the link I was just sent. So I finished downloading
So
all
she's
those.
in the Super Bowl and a new album in 1 year?
Wow.
Right.
Jack of all
And the
trades.
Super Bowl in her rookie season.
Coming off of a year
Incredible.
where she had the #1 movie
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
And tour, right?
Yeah.
and tour, yeah.
The Eris tour. Right?
Eris?
I believe so.
Eras. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Arif.
Eris.
No.
Eris.
Still not right.
Arif now.
No. Okay. So I finished. I managed to get all those replays off of Gran Turismo Sport. Sad
Good.
to see that
Oh.
go. But
They released a patch so that you can
yes.
save offline.
They did, yeah, which was the biggest concern because I believe the save files were in the cloud up until that point. The other thing the patch did was basically gray out all the online options. They're still there, but you can't access them anymore.
That's fantastic.
And you can't create liveries. You can't customize your vehicles anymore because again, that was all saved in the cloud. Not
Oh, really?
Yep. So all those options have been grayed out. Anyway, played some more Advance Wars 1 and 2. 1 plus 2. It was that game that, we all seemed kind of excited about coming out last year, and then it came out, and a bunch of other stuff came out right around the same time or right after it. And I know that I just sort of put it on the digital shelf while I was not playing Mario Wonder. And anyway, I picked it back up because it was requested by a friend of the show, Scoop Joey, for me to stream on Twitch, what I have been doing the last couple of weeks. Not a whole lot more to say about it than we said before, but just saying that I've been playing it and remembering how much fun that game is. Advance Wars is a good time, although I still wish they hadn't made the choices they did with the character art in that game, because the animation just looks like wonky Flash animation. And it's a shame that that's the case. And a lot of the viewers in my Twitch channel sort of couldn't stop. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. A few of the viewers in my Twitch channel couldn't stop talking about how sort of disappointing they found the 3D models to be for the war machinery. Although I think they look kind of good. I mean, if you're gonna go 3D with that game, I think the little sort of toyish, plasticky models do a good job of representing that stuff. I also prefer the pixely sprites that we had on the Game Boy Advance. I thought they looked really cute, but I don't know. I enjoyed that pretty much. Yeah, been playing some more of that. I should go back and play more. I hear you can play Switch games off the television. It's a real
on the go.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So
didn't you get
whatever you like?
The Split Pad Pro Compact? That's a nice little
compact. I didn't get the compact one.
You didn't get the compact one? Okay.
No. My hands are too
small
big
version.
So
yeah,
no. And then otherwise, I've been playing more Alan Wake 2. I just finished chapter 5 on Saga's story. CJ, I don't know if you're still playing this or not. CJ's not playing it. You can tell by the look on his face.
Oh, absolutely.
Made that guilty CJ face he makes.
Yeah.
Who ate all the Oreos?
Not me.
Not me.
Yeah. I gotta be getting close to the end of one of these stories at this point, because the case boards are getting pretty big, pretty full. And all the character profiles are getting pretty full as well. Been dealing a lot with the old gods of Asgard in Saga's story, because she's linked to them. Walking through some creepy old folks' home and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, her last name's Anderson, just like the brothers. Yeah. So been playing more of that, enjoying the jump scares. Would never turn them down. In fact, I hope that patch lets you turn them up.
Oh my goodness.
I want one every few minutes, so I know they're coming. The last boss fight that I did was really, really creepy. Actually, the whole everything about it was creepy, because to even find out about this drowned lady, basically is who she was. You had to go into the drowned basement of this old folks home, which was creepy enough on its own. And then you get into the overlap, and it's all sort of water based. And she's, for the first part of the boss fight, you can't actually fight her, and you don't actually see her, but you have to. It's one of those situations where you have to run through a flooded area and get to dry land at different points. Like Waterworld, but better.
That seems unlikely.
It's underrated film. But like, if you're in the water too long, and then like the music starts up, and she starts chasing you, and if she gets to you before you get out of the water again, then she attacks you. You can still sort of fight her off, but you're not doing any damage to her. And if she drags you under, then it's an instant death. So but it's freaky as hell. Like, you just, oh god, I have to get over that platform over there. And of course they're spaced apart just perfectly, that by the time you're getting out is right around the time she's going to catch you, if you've missed a step. So it's a little freaky. I did get a little confused on that fight, though, because I missed I was trying to find a generator, and I just missed where it was, and ended up having to redo a whole section of that area again, which kind of sucked. And then the second part of the fight, I kind of just, I ended up using up all my ammo and all my healing. Like, I don't know why, I just sucked at that fight. It was really difficult, which is another reason why I'm hoping that I'm getting near the end, because if the bosses are getting this difficult and I'm playing on the easiest mode, I don't know if I'm gonna make it otherwise. So, but yeah, so I haven't been playing Prince of Persia because I've been trying to focus on Alan Wake 2. I want to get through it so I can get back to Prince of Persia before Skull and Bones comes out, because obviously, I mean, that's
obviously you're
the
going to be
big
big
thing.
into that.
Yeah. So
After Suicide Squad.
I already finished that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just turned it on and
turned it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, that's it. That's all I've been playing.
Alrighty, I guess that means it's time for tweets.
Twiddly diddly 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 dee. Twiddly 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 dee. Dee. Twiddly diddly with the twiddle. A twiddle ding on. A twiddle twiddle with a hoot and a hoot.
Do you think Taylor Swift's new album is going to have a cover of, it's going to have a Taylor's version of the tweet song?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's actually been
exclusively reveal.
She's been in contact with me about that. We've been. I can finally, now that the album's announced, I can finally break my silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. The NDA is up.
Silent.
That's also true.
Alrighty, let's do this one from Mac Rayleigh. So,
Yes.
Lawyer, who says, I just finished Superliminal and it comes with the game developer commentary mode, which I'm really enjoying. Any other games with developer commentary you recommend? Do you like this type of add-on?
The Last of Us. And
Can I confess a dark secret?
The Last of Us has that. Well,
I'm going to confess a dark secret.
Do it.
I've never listened to video game director commentary.
Never?
I want to say there was one game that I did, but I don't remember what it was.
Sly Cooper.
I think
Sly
the concept
Cooper.
of it
Sly
is
Cooper
fantastic.
Yeah.
And it'd be great if like more games had them. But I also can't bring myself, because obviously you don't want to do that your first playthrough.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, usually it's not unlocked in your first playthrough.
Yeah, usually not.
I suppose that's true.
It's a bonus that
usually
you get for completing the game.
I have so many games that I want to play, and I have such a huge backlog that I can't bring myself to replay a game that I've finished.
That's my big thing.
Just to hear the commentary.
That's why when we talked about this a couple weeks ago, when we were all surprised that The Last of Us Part 2 remake was out.
Right.
I do love
just
that.
Show up, right?
Right. And I still don't know if I'm going to play it because of my backlog, but like if I was to replay it, the fact that it's kept your save file from the previous game, that means that the developer commentary is already unlocked. So if I was to replay it, I would absolutely replay it like that.
Okay,
but
yeah,
I'm the same as you. Like when I
I
finish a game, I move on.
Yeah.
And as
Yep.
much as I would love it, I do love the idea of the developer commentary. It just
I do
you
too.
know.
Sly Cooper had one, and I did play it with the developer commentary, at least for a couple of levels. I don't think I replayed the whole game with that, but
Okay.
I definitely listened to it.
Scoop Joey in the chat called out our good friend Ben Rivers. Home Postmortem Edition had a developer commentary as well.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
And Home's a pretty short game, so
That's
that would
true.
be one.
Mm,
And Ben's a pretty good guy, so he deserves your support. So there's one
that is true.
we can recommend.
All around.
It's funny because that's one of the things that I really miss about. I don't really buy movies anymore, not physically.
Right.
And back when I was buying DVDs like crazy, for most films that I bought, I ended up listening to the commentary tracks. And
Same.
it's just not something
Yeah.
I do anymore.
God, I haven't done that maybe in 15 to 20 years.
Right?
So.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And not that I'm not interested in some of that. I guess,
If
when
you're
we
not
were
buying
working at
physical, you don't
EGM,
have
I used to
access.
throw on the director's commentary while working,
Mhm.
almost as like a podcast to listen to.
Yep.
Well, the like the Simpsons episodes, they would have commentary on
Mhm.
every
On all of
episode,
those.
and
Yeah.
And it
it's
was
one of those things-
fascinating.
but like you've seen
They-
the Simpsons
yeah.
episodes so many times,
Yeah.
and then to just see them, watch them with the writers and like Matt Groening going on about it. That was great.
Yeah.
But
I remember watching, like I said, I would watch most of those developer comment or listen to most of those director commentaries or director and actor commentaries. It was one of my favorite parts of where
Yeah.
collecting movies had gone.
yeah,
And I just don't collect
Absolutely.
movies anymore. So
Yeah. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Mudron. Who
That's
asks?
Bill.
It's Bill Mudron,
That's my
our
buddy
good friend.
Bill.
Yes. If Nintendo were to go back and make an NES style Zelda 3, how would you like it to play? It seems like a cheat to just make it top down exactly like Zelda 1/Link to the Past. So maybe something like Blaster Master or Bionic Commando combining multiple gameplay perspectives.
like
Mm.
Zelda 2
Oh,
or
Yeah,
Link's Awakening. I
interesting.
mean, Link's Awakening had side scrolling stuff in it as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
Good.
yeah. Maybe
I'd like to see a hybrid.
maybe have kind of like a more Zelda 1 Link to the Past style overworld,
Yeah.
but
But dungeons like
that are
Zelda 2.
more side scrolling.
And towns,
Yeah,
because why
'cause
not? Yeah.
that's kind of getting into like Kid Icarus territory.
Yeah, but this is a game that
That was
people would
fun.
want to play.
Hey now,
You're an
watch
all-star.
it. Get your game on.
R.I.P.
That wasn't the next lyric.
That guy, that
You
Smash
ruined the
Mouth guy,
round.
that
Yeah, I
Smash
know.
Mouth guy died.
I know.
Mhm, yeah.
That
Anyway.
Smash Mouth guy.
You know that. You know the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think, man, it would be so cool if Nintendo actually did go back and do a NES style Zelda, something like that.
That would be pretty cool. Kind of like
I don't know if they
Mega Man
will.
9
I don't know
Style.
if they will, but I'd like to see that.
with the old graphics.
And we've kind of talked about it on the show. It'd be fun for them to go back and revisit Zelda 2. And
Absolutely.
make it better.
Bring back pink-haired Link.
Mhm.
Quit being a coward.
There you go.
Link should have pink
Coward.
hair.
Yeah. All right, let's do this last one from Hacker Alias Scoop Jessica, who asks,
Who?
best video game pet?
Best video game pet.
Best video game pet.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
The dogs
there
from Sea of
was,
Thieves.
the dog
obviously.
Yamamoto from Shinobi Shadow Dancer. That was the name of the game.
Shit Shadow Dancer?
That was
Shadow Dancer. I was going to say
Quite a
Shinobi 3, but it wasn't Shinobi 3.
Shit
Shadow
Shadow Dancer.
there we go.
There you go.
There you go.
Roll.
Rush.
Rush.
Roll.
That's not roll.
Roll wasn't the pet. That's terrible.
What a
That's
boy, oh boy. What does that
Wow.
say, CJ?
the female robot was the pet, according to CJ.
His sister, his beloved Mega Man's
sister's
beloved
Roll.
sister Roll.
That's right.
No.
Rush is the dog.
Mega Man's robot dog. As seen, by the way, in the Rockman 3 manga that I just happen to have sitting here.
Why do you have that
Happen
there?
to have sitting there.
Do you really want to know?
And it was, by the way, it wasn't Yamamoto.
Yeah.
It was Yamato. Was the name of the dog in Shadow Dancer.
I recently made a purchase.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird for you.
Okay, let me amend that. I recently made several purchases.
Oh, that's more. Okay.
There we go. From Yahoo Auctions Japan.
Mm.
One of which was someone's collection of old Mega Man manga.
Oh my god.
These are
These are the Mega Manga
Manga
Man.
Okay.
the manga adaptations of the old Mega Man games. So here's the original Rockman manga from, I don't know what, 87 probably, 86, 87. So I got all those. I got some Rockman X manga here as well.
Only the first three were good.
I mean, your X4 was pretty good. X4 was pretty good. After that, it stops being good. But
Yeah.
I am missing. I only have the first volume of the Rockman 7 manga, so I need to track down. I don't know if there were 2 or 3 volumes in that completely, but I do have to complete that collection at some point.
Hmm.
But how
Are we
could I resist?
considering Daxter as a pet? Is Daxter a pet?
No, Dexter's not a. He's a sidekick. He's not a pet.
Sidekick. Okay,
Yes.
not a pet. Gotcha.
No,
Just check.
no.
Just check.
But I also got. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. I got a Super Famicom soccer game, Battle Soccer,
Gundam
which pits Gundam and Ultraman and Kamen Rider and Godzilla against each other.
The Band Presto game.
It is,
Nice.
which
okay.
it means quality,
right?
That'll be
but
fine. It'll be
how
just
do
fine.
I resist a game where Kamen Rider and Godzilla play soccer?
You don't.
I don't.
You definitely don't.
Clearly don't.
The irresistible.
Yep.
All right, is that
Anyway,
it? Is that it? Is that a show?
are there any other good pets? Is Yoshi a pet?
Flickies. The Flickies.
Are Flicky's pets?
These weren't pets. They were the.
Are Chow's
What
pets?
was the main character?
What about Mags in Phantasy Star Online? Those pets?
Well, those are robotic, right? Well, I guess Rush is robotic now that I think about it. My goodness.
And Roll.
And Roll, but she's
Yeah.
not a pet. She's Mega Man's sister.
CJ's the one who
CJ.
called her a pet.
No, I didn't.
Just saying.
Oh boy. Anyway,
All right.
good night, everyone.
That's it. We're done. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on social media, but mostly X or Threads or Twitter.
You're really selling Threads, but man, there ain't nobody on Threads.
I'm on Threads.
Yeah, I know.
I like Threads.
Yeah,
What-
you know what? I'm
how-
on Blue
have we-
Sky, but I'm not sitting here like, well, we're mostly on
Have-
Blue Sky because ain't
Have we
nobody on
settled
Blue
on
Sky
any of the
either.
the alternatives. None of them have really taken hold.
No.
No, and there's still a lot of people on Twitter or the former Twitter X. I don't like using X though.
It's gone very downhill.
Yeah, I like
I
using
mean,
it just
Threads
has.
though.
It's easy to just ignore a lot of that crap, but yes,
Yeah.
you don't like to support it.
Yeah. But hey, we also have an internet website, player1podcast.com. There you will find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward. You'll find Generation 16 episodes there as they happen. And you will find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this episode. And a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode food with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch televisions, all over the darn place, as long as it's one of those three places. And I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com, throw a few shekels our way. I am in the need of Rockman 7 Volume 2, possibly 3 manga. And, I got to scour foreign auction sites for that. So your Patreon funds will go a long way in helping me do that, as long as CJ is not paying careful attention as to where that money goes.
I see. Yeah.
As soon as he is distracted,
Probably shouldn't have said anything.
by Skull and Bones, I can sneak in to the bank account and abscond with the needed funds to fuel my old manga addiction.
Yeah.
I can't read Japanese.
No.
I don't know what this stuff says.
Maybe you should take some Duolingo Japanese.
I know, I really should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a manga for children. It doesn't say anything. It just says, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot that robot." No, don't shoot me. I'm a bad robot. I want to take over the world. That's what it says.
Yeah.
It ain't Shakespeare, man. What your Patreon funds do actually support, of course, is our little show that we do each and every week, most weeks, except for that one week when CJ was like, let's not.
Yeah.
But your Patreon support does, of course, keep us streaming and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what, friendos, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode, what we records right after this one. We play games, crack wise, having fun doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ!
Yeah.
I heard there was a Simpsons quiz last week.
There was.
See, I should have been around for that.
Should have been.
Did you guys win?
No.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Would you have won had I been around?
Yeah, you know.
Well, we're going to find out.
Crap.
Wait, what are we doing it again? Do we have a game this week, CJ?
We do have a game, yes.
Oh, good. What is it?
I will keep the details of said game secret.
Oh my goodness.
Until we start the recordage.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be an exciting one, folks, because CJ's always keen to share the deets. So please look forward to that one, Patreon friends.
Okay. That's right.
And remember, CJ does put up old after shows on our regular podcast feed every Thursday if you want a sneak peek of what these after shows are like. Or you can, again, $5 will get you the fresh ones every week.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And if you have a couple bucks left over, why don't you head over to patreon.com/Sewart, help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Philip. And if you are a supporter of the $5 variety,
that is also cheap.
Here comes Satan. Satan's always showing up to support me, and you know what? I appreciate it.
Let me tell you, Greg, this is just between you and me.
Okay, everybody else.
Nobody else listen. This doesn't concern you. You're the only one of these rubes that I like, Greg.
Thanks.
And that is why you have a place here in the deepest pits of hell by my side, where you will rest for all eternity.
I could use a rest.
Can't we all, man? My goodness, my dogs are barking.
Hellhounds?
I'll see you
The
soon,
Hellhounds?
Greg.
Oh, don't say soon.
I mean, I'm going to be back next week
soon. Okay.
to plug your stupid little Patreon, whatever it is.
Hey,
It
you
it's
get
cheap.
access.
It's also cheap,
the weekly commute,
and it is outstanding.
a vlog series where I talk about what I've been working on the YouTubes, as well as what I really think of Phil and CJ. But I think Satan just gave it away. So anyway,
Wink.
please consider supporting the show.
As you should. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Oh, hey, real quick. We got kittens.
Oh,
We got some kittens. We got new kittens.
Nice. How
You'll
many?
recall we lost our dear beloved Moxie about a month ago.
Hmm.
But we got some kittens. We got a pair of sweet, beautiful little kitties who are now
Oh.
chilling out in our bedroom because we are, you don't want to introduce them to the whole house. You got to acclimate them.
Definitely.
But yeah, we got two little girls. We got Kiki. We got Kiki who has one eye. The poor thing.
Aw.
But she's doing fine. And then we have a Winter who is very, very shy and
Aw.
is only peeks out from under our bed every now and again. But they're getting kind of tuned into our vibe here.
Cool.
So we're very excited about new kittens here at Graceland Northeast or West,
That's exciting.
whichever direction I'm in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
is that it?
That's it.
CJ,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Thank
And of course, Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Absolutely. Call back. And a big old thank you to you. Yes, you are wonderful. Wonderful listeners. Every single darn one of you. Remember, as always, take care of yourself, your loved one, your family, your friends. Do what you got to do to be safe. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. And, well, golly, I hope to see you next week. As do these other guys.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.